There's a floating trophy there, Lieutenant General. It remains in Pretoria. Your name will be inscribed, or has been inscribed on it, in recognition of the work you continue to do, your fight against crime, but also the briefing that you held last year that set not just tongues wagging, but also set the nation on a new trajectory in terms of political development, but also in terms of the changes in the political landscape as well. And South Africa is known to be a country that produces people who are very agile, who are very robust, but are very passionate about the Republic, because the Republic, after all, comes before everything else. If we all agree that that is the case, then let's celebrate Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. General, you will be allowed to deliver your remarks as you celebrate this moment.
I guess we're all seated now. So I'm going to try and keep it short. I'm not a lecturer like the prof. So I thought we're already in a class. The protocol has already been observed, so it will be a waste of time that you're competing against food. That if I start again, going through the entire protocol, it will really be a waste of time. So I'm going to skip that. However, you'll forgive me, Prof. Ms. Lavert, because you invite a police officer, which is a government employee, to a function like this in the presence of the leader in the house. So I'm going to have to salute the good doctor, Your Worship, the Mayor, and acknowledge your presence. And after saluting the leader of government, then I saluted everyone. That's unfortunate. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, the leadership of National Press Club, fellow officers that are here, invited guests, good evening. I received this recognition with humility, but with caution. Caution because the work of a police officer is not performed for applause. It is not performed for headlines. It is not performed for awards. It's a job that is performed for the people of South Africa. But as a disciplined police officer, I took an oath many years ago, an oath to uphold the Constitution of the Republic, to protect the citizens of this country, and to defend the rule of law without fear and any favor. The oath does not change depending on your political convenience. It doesn't change depending on the media pressure. And it doesn't change because of public opinion. And it also doesn't change because of your personal consequence. Therefore, this award that I've received this evening must not be misunderstood. The media briefing that was held on the 6th of July 2025, and I must thank the media for allowing us to communicate to the citizens of this country. You've done us a great job. You should applaud yourself for that. That media briefing was not an exercise of popularity. We were not campaigning. It was not an attempt for one to become a public figure. It was an act of duty, an act informed by conscience. It is an act that we perform because of the love of the country, South Africa, our country. and the responsibility that I have as a Provincial Commissioner of KwaZulu-Natal in the main and the Senior Manager of the South African Police Service in this country. When institutions begin to fear truth, then they fear criminality. South Africa enters a very dangerous territory. South Africa is standing at such a crossroad as we speak today. So we cannot continue to normalize corruption. We shouldn't continue to protect incompetence in the main from public servants. We cannot continue to romanticize criminality whilst our citizens live behind burglar bars. When business collapse because of extortion, when communities suffer because of organized crime, and the public trust in institutions continue to erode. The truth is painful. A capable state cannot coexist with compromised institutions. And the process of renewal cannot selectively target certain sectors of society while others remain untouched. The spring cleaning that we are currently experiencing within the criminal justice system must cut across all sectors of our society. Government departments at the national level, as well as the provincial level, municipalities, private sector, yes, law enforcement is affected, not only the South African Police Service, but all other law enforcement that we have, the private sector, and yes, of course, the media itself. Every institution in this country must ask a difficult question. Are we saving South Africa or are we saving ourselves? Because patriotism is not found in slogans. It is found in accountability. It is found in ethical leadership. And is found in courage. And it is found in a willingness to place the country before comfort. We don't have to all agree, and you don't have to be friends, you don't have to like each other, but we all have a responsibility to serve the interest of South Africa. So this country doesn't need heroes, but they need principled people. People who will do their jobs honestly when nobody is clapping for them. People who understand the integrity is not a performance, but it is a discipline. Accepting this award this evening does not necessarily suggest that all is well in our country. There's a lot that needs to be done. It is precisely because all is not well that every one of us must recommit ourselves to making it well for our future generation. So in South Africa, if South Africa is serious about the national reset, then the reset must include all of us. It must start with politicians. They drive fancy cars these days. They live like business people. It must include public service employees, law enforcement included. In the justice system, judiciary is our principal, is our vice chancellor. Whatever we do, we take it through the prosecution and go and present before the presiding officer in court. And therefore, they must also play the part on this. The business sector, they cannot be left out. Civil society, as I said, the media as well, ought to play their part. No institution can place itself above scrutiny while demanding accountability from others. We see that a lot from the media. You question everything that everyone does, but you do not want to be questioned yourself. Tonight, I accept this award primarily because I stood on the 6th of July, 2025, representing men and women in blue. So I received this award, accepting it on behalf of those police officers who leave their houses, the police officers who leave their houses not knowing whether they're going to return. A detective who worked through the night, overtime, on weekends, in order to make sure that they have a successful case presented in court, to make sure that they have successful prosecution. All those officers who continue to serve with integrity despite intimidation that exists, despite the limited resources that the police officers have, and the criticism that is leveled against them. Those members who still believe in the badge, and those who still believe that the SAPS can and must become a trusted instrument of justice for the people of South Africa. There are many honest and committed police officers in this country, men and women who refuse to surrender the organization to corruption. They refuse to surrender this organization to criminal infiltration or institutional decay. So this recognition that I received this evening belongs to them. It belongs to those who continue to carry the integrity of the organization. It belongs to those who commit to building a safe, ethical, and capable state. It belongs to those who understand that the service to the people is not a slogan. It is a sacred responsibility that they have. History will not judge us by the titles we carry, the speeches that we've delivered. History will judge us by whether we defended the truth when it mattered, whether we protected the weak when it was difficult to do so, and whether we placed the future of this country, South Africa, above our personal interest. May we all find the courage to do so. I thank you very much for affording me this award.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant General. I think sometimes we forget where we come from, the responsibility we have to the Republic and its people, and it takes one of us reminding us of the responsibility that we have to the nation.